And today we're back here at the piers because I wanted to shoot some footage for an update about this plaza. I was here about a week and a half ago when I shot some video about Pasco's rapidly deteriorating economic environment. And things aren't getting much better here, unfortunately. I was reading the St. Pete Times this morning, and come to find out that the Target that's in this plaza is going to be closing on January 30th. So it's just a little over 2 months away. The Target that's here now has been here for about 18 years. So this isn't a short-lived store, not by any means. I'm going to get a shot of it right now so you can see. And there's the Target. And then in my last video I spoke about the Circuit City that's here, or was here, I should say. Stand corrected. Now, after the Target goes, there's only going to be the GameStop, the Kazu Sushi, the Staples, and the Toys R Us. So, definitely going to have some big vacancies here. I wanted to shoot this store because it's called $5 Fashions, and it's directly across the street from the Target that I just shot. And everything literally is $5. I was in here last week. I picked up one of their circulars and I was going through it, and they have something like 5 or 6 locations in the Tampa area, and they're continuing to expand. Now, you have $5 Fashions in this plaza, and then you'll also have a Lane Bryant and a Fashion Bug, which are in the same strip as that store is. So there's definitely a trend going to lower end clothing because people just don't have the money. So I think we'll see a lot more stores like $5 Fashions pop up. I wanted to get a shot of this Regions Bank. It's located on Embassy Boulevard. It's very close to US 19 in Port Richey. Now this Regions is closing. It's supposed to be closed within the next couple of weeks. I've got a good friend who banks here, and he was telling me that he was talking to one of the tellers here, and the teller was saying she's going to be unemployed when the bank closes, and she's really worried about being homeless. And she asked my friend for a job because he owns a business, so unfortunately he can't help her. But usually for somebody to come out and say something like that, being an employee is pretty rare. It's not unheard of, but it is rare, because bank employees do maintain a certain level of professionalism. At least they're supposed to. But things are getting bad here. Things are getting really bad, and there's really no jobs, and it's not going to be improving anytime soon. One point worth mentioning about the Regions Bank, or the Regions Bank Company, is that they're closing 121 of their branches. 121 of about 1,900 different banking centers. It amounts to about 6% of the total locations. It's pretty significant. I know Bank America, I think it was about a year ago, they announced that they were going to close a lot of their branches. But I can kind of understand about this Regions Bank because the area that it's in, the subdivision, is Regency Park, and it's very much a non-growth area. Foreclosures there are skyrocketing, and it's just becoming a really rundown area. A lot of the people in there are just dependent on disability and Social Security, so definitely low income. Of course, the whole country is becoming low income, but Regency Park definitely is at the tip of it. Now this motel here is located right on US 19, and it's been closed now for, I would say, something around 5, 6 years, maybe even 7. I can't remember because it's been closed for a while, but it's right on US 19 here, which is a main artery for this area, which is the main artery for this area, I should say. So let's get some shots here what's been happening are homeless people are breaking in to the hotels or to the individual rooms. Look at all, see how they're boarded up? Boarded up. Posted no trespassing. There's another door that's boarded up. One of the things that they were doing too is that there's no trespassing. This thing is a real eyesore, big time. Look at that. That was the office. That's been broken into many times, you can tell. One of the things they were doing to get into the rooms is they were breaking out the little, where the AC units were. They had them boarded up. You can see right there, they were breaking that plywood cutout open, and then they were getting into the rooms. This here is another motel on the same highway. It's only about maybe, I can't even say a half a mile. It's probably like a quarter mile south of the other hotel, but it's for sale. You can see the real estate signs. There's the one, and then this building next door used to be some type of Hungarian restaurant, closed. So I don't see any tenant going in here anytime soon. I'm gonna try to get some retail vacancies across the street here as well, but this is very difficult because this is a small parking lot and it can be rough. Now, where that pawn shop is, you can see it. There's the marquee for it. Just above it used to be a paint store. It was Anvil Paints, and then that was the space it was in right there, and it's been vacant. And Anvil Paints had been there for, I don't know, 15 years, maybe even longer. I used to work for a company and we'd get supplies there. This is Service Merchandise, or was Service Merchandise. The company that was in this retail space or building closed down about 10, almost 11 years ago. And it's just in horrible shape. I was around this building, I drove around it about a month ago because I was considering shooting some footage of it. And since I was here last, this couch has appeared in these boxes. I don't know if some homeless people dropped that off, or maybe somebody's cleaning out the building or something. But also what's new is the openings in the front here have been boarded up multiple times, and I'm going to get a shot of that in just a second. But before I do that, I'm going to show you, this is US 19 right here. Major highway for this area. And we're still in Port Richey. But let me show you these openings so you can see what I'm referring to. Don't have to worry about traffic around this building, that's for sure. See, this has been boarded up multiple times, and all these white splotches of paint, they painted over graffiti. You can see here. Now that's new. Somebody got inside there and they're sleeping or something, I would imagine. Home for the homeless. This has been boarded up as well. For some reason they don't break in this one. Now directly next to the Service Merchandise is the Jasmine Lakes Plaza, which is also on US 19. You can't see it through the palms there. But this plaza is about 90% vacant. As you can tell from the marquee, that accountant has a very small spot in here. And looking at the front of the plaza, you can see the signs, or lack of, for the other tenants. All that's in here is an accountant. So you know someone is really losing their rear on this plaza. No doubt.